What is up, y'all? My name is Tyler Dugan, and I'm joined with some friends from Africa Freedom Mission staff, and today we are taking on the Hot Ones Challenge. That's right, you heard it. 10 hot sauces ranging from 1,600 Scoville units all the way to over 2 million. The hottest pepper in the world, the Apollo pepper. We're going to be tasting the hot sauce today and dying. But before we get started, I want to introduce my friends, so go ahead.
My name is Meta, and I am terrified of this. So that's all I have for you right now.
I'm Austin. Also terrified.
I'm Gabriel. We're gonna tear it up, baby.
I'm Brent, and I hate hot food.
Great, starting with a little description. First, we're gonna start with hot sauce number 1. 1,600 Scoville units. Hot One's #1 sauce just got a sweet new take featuring lots of real maple syrup and tangy apple cider vinegar, plus Fresno chilies from Smokin' Ed. The classic chili maple is the perfect balance of sweet and heat. The easiest one, so we're gonna go ahead. I forgot to announce the format. The way that we're gonna roll is we're gonna try the wing. We're gonna give a couple seconds to get a little time for reaction, and then I'm going to ask 2 of them a question, and after they respond, we will move on to the next sauce. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the first wing.
I mean the whole thing.
So I'm gonna start with Brent and Austin. When you guys are giving out interest calls, you ask them, why did God call you to Africa? So, why did God call you to go to Africa?
So yeah, I was 17 years old, felt called into ministry full-time and missions, and went with another organization to serve in Kasiri in Kenya for a month, and that's really what God used that time in Kenya to really set my heart towards the continent of Africa, towards just proclaiming His gospel there, and just gave me a fire and a love for the people over there.
I was also 17, and it was right after I got saved. A friend that I knew asked if I wanted to go to Africa, and I just decided yes. And within a day, I got fully funded, and I went on this trip. And immediately, I just knew the Lord was calling me to Africa long term, really to like disciple and equip people. So I went, and then 3 years later, or 2 years later, I met Brent, and then a couple years after that, AFM started, and here we are.
Come on now. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and move to hot sauce number 2, Shaquandas. I might be mispronouncing that. 6,200 Scoville units. This ranch-inspired hot sauce gets its dreamy, creamy texture from tahini. Chives and a pinch of dill add herbaceousness. Watch that. Lemon provides the tang and just a pinch of smoked, I don't know, chili lends subtle earthy heat. Delicious, right? We will be the deciding factors of that. So with that said, the second wing.
Brent, you did these.
It tastes like a pickle.
I would never order that.
Okay.
It's all right.
Like a pickle chip.
Austin.
Something like that.
Going to question number 2 is for Austin and Gabe, and I'm going to ask you guys, what are some ways that you have seen God's faithfulness over the years through AFM?
Wow.
That's a good question.
Thanks.
I would say initially, AFM started as a dream. Really started from Brent's heart of wanting to see missions be done different. And I remember when Brent first asked me to come on staff, and we just had this dream to see people get sent to the nations. I think our first goal was like, what, 20? We said 20 people we wanted to see go to the nations. And I think in 2 months we had over 90. And then from there, we've been able to see hundreds of people go to Africa and get their hearts changed, their lives changed. And so, yeah, it's literally been completely out of our hands from the beginning. And yeah, we're just thankful that Jesus sent that many people. So, yeah.
Yeah, similarly, I don't have much else to say than the whole thing has just been God's faithfulness.
Yeah.
Similarly to these guys, when I was 17, went on the first trip for 2 weeks and stayed for 2 months, met all these guys, and the Lord just been faithful ever since to build what He wanted to build. So,
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys. How are we feeling after the first 2?
I'm feeling chill.
Yeah, doing good. We got some limes up here because apparently limes kill the heat. Some extra milk in the back.
Some ice cubes.
All right, so with that said, we will be moving to our third sauce, Donny's A newcomer to the Hot Ones family, Donny's makers Amelia and Greg named this sauce for the supernatural spirit dog of myth.
Oh.
And it has the bite to match thanks to habanero pepper, garlic, and black pepper. But still, no big deal, right? 15,000 Scoville units, sauce number 3.
We're getting up there.
So, with that said, enjoy.
This one's down.
Cheers.
I know.
Oh.
Oh,
That's a good hot sauce.
That's really good.
What are our thoughts?
kind of like mango-y.
Wrong what it is.
Mango habanero.
Oh, it's a little spicy.
Hey,
A good
there's
job.
little back door. Sneaks in the back
A
door.
little flick in the throat.
Great. So, our next question is for Brent and Meta.
Oh yeah.
Describe the weirdest moment from your first trip in Africa. Brent, it's a little further back for you. Meta, not as far back.
Honestly, I think it has to be when we were in Uganda and I went to wake up. It was you and our friend Chase. And we had, let's just, a sketchy ministry partner. That's what we could call him. And I think he thought I was either intruding. He thought, I don't know what but he literally, did he grab a gun? No, he didn't, but.
No, he did.
He did, okay.
He pulled a gun out of his belt.
I was like, hey! And I said, oh my God, I just wanted to wake you guys up because we're going to Safari, that's it. So that's gotta be a moment that after that I was like, what
We think this
am I
guy was
doing?
secretly working for the CIA.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
He was like super.
He had like 7 IDs.
Only time that you've ever had a gun pulled on you.
Yes. He was just protecting the boys, so.
Well, I'll go down maybe to the first time we went as a ministry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And we had, it was right in the heart of COVID. What are you saying?
No, I was saying it's kind of spicy already.
It was right in the, like right when COVID was coming through. It was our first trip after they opened travel back up, and Zambia at the time had given a 14-day window from testing for COVID to landing in the country, and it was our winter trip. The night, Christmas at night, I went in and checked our email, saw the ticket, saw a link, and was like, I'm just gonna check it one more time. And sometime between when we had all of our team members test and Christmas night, they changed the rule to 3 days, which meant that all of our team members were no longer had valid COVID tests. Long story short, me and Gabe jumped in a car that night, drove overnight to DC, got on the phone.
Brent's a boy who cried wolf too, so nobody knew what he was being serious.
He called us all on Christmas Day.
We drove to DC, got on the phone with our friend in Zambia, Laban, told him what's happening. Laban went to the driver for the deputy director of the Ministry of Health in Zambia and said, hey, I need your boss's number. And the driver gave him the boss's number, just said, don't tell him I gave him the number. And then he called the deputy director. She's like, let me talk to the person in charge of COVID communication. And this was COVID communication for the whole country. That person called the doctor who was over it all. And when Gabe and I landed in DC that next morning, or arrived in DC that next morning, we had a letter in hand saying if you would put the team on the plane that they would test us when we landed in Zambia. And that was the only way we could travel. It was a miracle. So
Also want to preface by saying, please have your child come to Africa. They won't have a gun pulled on them.
Yeah.
I promise. Just a one-time occurrence.
We don't work with them.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna move on to hot sauce number 4. Yeah, that's right. We're only at number 4, and that is Los Calientes Verdes.
With that accent.
36,000 Scoville units, and there's a reason the Serrano and habanero laced verde version of Los Calientes has become a staple of any hot sauce collection. It's smoky, it's sweet, and it's got just the right heat, and that rhymes. This is where the lineup takes a turn, folks. It takes a turn.
All right.
Interesting. So with that said,
Cheers.
I'll take a big bite.
I'm trying not to touch my lip.
Not good.
it's good, but it's gonna be hot.
I'm not touching. I'm not feeling anything. I'm
That's
scared.
really good.
I'm keeping that one.
I like that one.
Wow.
That one didn't do anything.
I think that's a prank one. The thing you think it's gonna get.
Because the third one hit me.
Yeah, the third one.
When
That
you say
one.
it takes a turn to number 5, it's gonna be like, it's gonna hit the right number.
Yeah, because that one, nothing's happening.
It's nice. You're
Did you think
struggling
it's spicy?
Brent, you need a napkin.
I got one.
All right.
Brent, do you do spice?
All right. This question is going to be for Gabe and Mena, and we're going to call this, it's going to be a little game. We're going to call this Safari, Bush, and Bungee. I'm going to give you a name of 3 of our ministry partners, and you have to decide who you want to go to the safari with,
Ooh, I like
who
that.
you would like to travel out to the bush with, and who you would bungee jump with.
Okay.
All right. Pastor Jane,
Oh.
Lobbin, and Vasco.
Pastor Jane, Lobbin, and Bosco.
Safari, Bush, Bungee.
For sure, Pastor Jane for the bush. For me.
That's a good call.
Like, do I want to bungee with Vasco? Or
I'm gonna give some context too, because none of these people know.
Yeah. So the bush. What is the bush?
So, well, I feel like it fits with the person. So Jane is someone who I think just deeply knows the Lord. So if I'm in the bush, God's got her. She's covered.
I feel like we're gonna have the same answer. So I'll just do
Me
it.
too.
Jane, I've been to the bush with Jane multiple times. She
Yeah.
just,
What's the bush?
the bush is like the rural area of Africa.
Yeah.
So you go, a lot of people, when you think of Africa, this is what you would think when you think
Middle
Africa.
of
Just
nowhere.
like huts, dirt. Yeah.
No English.
Yeah, no airport.
Probably never seen a white person.
Lots of this.
Yeah, Jane for sure in the bush.
I'm gonna say Bosco for bungee. No,
I think so.
I just want to see him scream.
Lobbin's a little too bougie for the bush. So I think Lobbin would be perfect for safari.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lobbin would treat you too.
He's gonna chuck his shades on. He's ready to go, and he's chill.
good.
He'll go with the flow.
Exactly. Yeah, so we have
That's a
it.
perfect answer.
Jane for bush, Vasco for bungee, and Lobbin.
Same
for...
answer. Go ahead. Awesome. Well, that was sauce number 4. We're moving on to sauce number 5. We are turning around the midpoint. And this is
That guy's
Brooklyn Deli.
Thick.
A ghost pepper hot sauce, 39,000 Scoville units. The Brooklyn Deli chef Shitra Agrawal honors Indian culinary tradition, so it's only fitting that this tomato and masala mixed hot sauce highlights India's famed Bhut Jolokia
Oh.
ghost pepper
That's good.
and native Gunter peppers, ushering in the spicier side of season 20. Starting to get a little hot in my tongue, starting to lisp a little bit. So with that said, sauce number 5.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
No, it's gonna be spicy.
I'm trying not to touch my lip.
That one doesn't really taste very good.
That one's just gross. Yeah. Ugh.
What was her name?
Shitra Agrawal.
Shitra. Not a good hot sauce. It's not too bad.
That's not
Sorry,
too spicy.
girl. That's not bad.
That's not the worst. It's not the best.
No.
I've eaten every one of all of my way, by the way. I'm committed to it at this point. How we feel
We were
about that?
eating the entire thing.
I feel like I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I feel great right now.
The hottest one for me so far was number 3.
Yes.
Whoever gives up has to finish the bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
I guess we should add a little context that last night, Brent decided to put the last dab, the hottest sauce in our salsa. Thank you, Brent. And so we've already experienced that one.
I was just trying to have a nice chips and salsa. My first scoop, I just get destroyed.
All right, our next question is for you, Brent, and you, Austin. What are you most excited about this next year with AFM?
Well, let me start. Okay, yeah, we can use this as an announcement. We're putting in an official offer today on a property down in Charleston, South Carolina. It'll be used as a home for me and my family, but also a ministry center. We've got an outdoor fellowship area, office space, swimming pool, room to grow as well. So we're excited about that. We want to we're not a ministry that's about buildings and infrastructure. We're about just pursuing the Lord. But it's nice to have a place to call home. We'll be using that.
You got something in my throat.
You can't be dying. We're only on 5.
I'll be all right.
It's nice to have a place called home that we call home. But we're going to be using this as a facility where we'll bring leadership in. We'll bring some of our longer term teams in. Do discipleship and equipping throughout the year. We'll also use it as a hosting facility for domestic teams, so teams that will go out here in the States to do missions work here in the States as well. So yeah, just awesome opportunity that we have.
Come on now, we're moving.
Let's go. I would say my most exciting thing is the people that are going to move to Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've already had some people start to move, but we're excited for people to come be involved with AFM long term. And yeah, we're excited for it not to just be, how much is there? 7 of us? So we're ready.
Yeah.
Come on now. We're moving to South Carolina. Well, you guys are.
That's the next announcement.
All right. We've passed over the hump. We're moving on to sauce number 6. Mushroom Mayhem.
Mushroom
I
Mayhem.
hate, does it taste like mushroom? I hate mushroom.
The Torchbearer crew is back with a fungi-filled hot sauce that combines the meatiness of portobellos with tangy red wine vinegar for a condiment that's 1 part steak sauce and 1 part potent pepper concoction.
Oh my God, this one looks dark.
Things are about to get wild. So with that,
How many Scovilles is this one?
we're going up from 39,000 Scovilles to 68,000 Scovilles. So with that said, salute.
Oh,
Oh, it's dark.
no.
It's dark.
Was that a full bite?
No, full bite. That was a full bite.
That's a big one.
Oh, who's one?
That's not bad.
Jules gave me the biggest one.
I honestly feel like that tastes pretty good.
Meta,
That's not spicy,
what are
but
you feeling like?
right now I think I'm doing pretty good.
Wait till that thing gets down the hatch. It'll get a little spicier.
Hold on.
It's spicy in the throat. I took too big of a bite.
Down the hatch.
Great. I'm good.
Listen, it's coming.
I'm just trying to keep up with these boys.
Brent, as not
Okay,
a hot
it gets
sauce guy.
spicy down the throat. It gets spicy down the throat.
Brent, if it makes you feel any better, that is our last sauce that's going to be under 100,000 Scoville. We'll get hotter.
You need a lime?
All right, Brent and Gabe, while you guys are dying from the mushroom mayhem, I want to know what's the craziest food that you've eaten in Africa?
That's a good question.
Brent?
He's not thinking.
Phew.
Craziest food.
Termites. No, my wife and I and our family, we lived there. Huh?
Cook? Termites? Okay.
We lived there for 7 years, so we had the opportunity to try a lot of different things. So termites, zebra,
You're doing good.
monkey. Trying to think of other things, but those are probably the kind of the
Mice.
Monkey.
yeah.
Wow.
Monkey. You're supposed to say one.
Sorry.
All right. I would say back to Bosco. We'll go out and walk the street of a compound called Nissis, and on the side they'll sell little field mice that they've just cooked whole right on the fire. So grab those, put some salt on it, down the hatch.
What's going on, Austin?
It's kind of like a wing.
I'm not gonna lie, it's getting a little spicy for me.
It's hurting.
Oh.
They're,
Yeah, it's painful.
I didn't think it was that bad.
they're using up all their
Yeah?
limes. We're not even gonna have
I know.
enough room.
You're from Ethiopia.
I have
maybe
one. I have
you've
one
got
monkey.
these genes that.
I would say maybe my African
And by the way, it doesn't really work. The line is not working.
I think it makes it worse.
Really?
Yeah. What the what?
All right.
Yeah, so far
So that was
not
number
bad.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I don't want to do so.
Well, you're going to. And guess what? This one is called the Angry Goat. The Dreams of Calypso is a number 7 sauce with pineapple, mango, and bell peppers. But watch out. 7-pot primo mash makes it hotter than the Caribbean sun. A sizzling number 7 sauce will take us into the back half. 101,000 Scoville units.
Yeah.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen,
Cheers. Down the hatch.
Oh, a big one.
That was a big bite.
Oh, for God's sake.
That was a big
Tell as soon
bite.
as we buy it.
I think I was deceived by the color. I didn't think it was gonna be hot because it was yellow.
That baby packer is.
I'm still eating.
Refill quick.
I'm still eating all that.
You try to swallow it as fast as you can so it doesn't.
That's my method.
Burn
Chew
your
and
esophagus.
swallow.
Oh my gosh, that one's hot.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a piece of ice real quick.
I'm not dying.
Gabe, how you feeling?
I'm not dying.
Honestly, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
You're looking good.
Yeah, I feel
like
okay.
the shirt.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna put this question on to Austin and Mena. So we talk about when you get home from Africa, you have those people that you have a 1 minute that you share with, that 10-minute, and that 1 hour of ways to describe what a trip to Africa was like. So with that said, you have 60 seconds to describe your last trip to Africa, starting with Mena.
So my last trip to Africa was about 2 months ago now, a month ago. He's dying.
I just swallowed some down the wrong pipe.
So I was a part of 2 different teams, and I got to lead these 2 teams. Both taught me a ton. One team, we were kind of secluded. We went out into Heatway. Learned a lot in this past month of being in Africa, this past winter, of what it looks like to actually just let the Lord do. You get to just be a part to serve and to help them.
I'm done.
Boys, come on, this is not that bad. But I think that's what I've learned in serving, and in just the past few years, is you let the Lord do and He'll do it.
My last trip. Gosh, what did we do? Me and Jules came a little later, and it was amazing. It was, I don't even remember what we did. Oh, we had an amazing time in Zambia with teams, but then we ended up going, gosh, that hurts so to talk. It hit the tip of my tongue. I think I was cut or something.
Y'all, just chew and swallow.
It was fantastic.
I'm eating the whole way.
The Lord moved a ton. I was really thankful for our time in Zimbabwe with our team.
Great. Thanks, Austin.
These boys are wimps.
All right.
The next one's the worst one.
So that moves us on to number 8, the bomb.
No way.
The bomb by evolution, not your usual the bomb beyond insanity. Here at Heachinist, we only carry hot sauces with natural pepper heat. So we decided to partner up with the makers of the bomb to create an all-natural sauce that's equally potent but tastes good too. My tongue hurts. I'm not eating the whole wing anymore.
I said we gotta pray over this. Thank you, Lord,
Apparently this one's the worst.
for sustaining us.
All right. So it will be weighing in at 135 Scoville units. Salute.
Oh, I'm so scared.
I don't want to do it.
I'm so scared.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh! Not gonna make a face. Not gonna make a face.
I don't know if I can follow it. Oh my god.
Oh!
You know, keep throwing those things around.
I did it. Swallow it.
Oh my gosh.
That's the one we like.
Not making a face.
All right.
That was terrible.
This question is going to be for you, Brent and Gabe.
Oh my god.
Out of AFM staff, who is the quirkiest and what are their quirks?
Oh.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I'm gonna
This will
die.
come with a story. And the person has to turn the camera around on themselves.
Is it me?
Definitely Carly.
Hello?
Carly.
That one is horrible.
Oh my god.
So one of our first survey trips together, and Carly's amazing. Carly is
Oh no.
Carly's over our media. She's amazing. She's highly gifted prophetically with scripture and everything. Sorry, what just happened?
It's coming out my nose.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it would be worse. It's not that bad. Anyways, so we were
because I coughed.
we were sleeping in a lodge that we hadn't been in, and I get this story secondhand because Carly's in the room with Abby Pullison, who was also on staff at the time. And In the middle of the night, Carly wakes up and she sees what she thinks is a deer, like a male deer, sticking its head through the window of the lodge. And she's like, Abby, on the count of 3, we're gonna run to the bathroom. And Abby's like, what are you talking about? It's like 1, 2, and they, I guess they shine a flashlight or whatever, but it was the mosquito net that was over. Sorry, we're falling apart here. It was the mosquito net that was hanging over Abby's bed that in the dark looked like a deer. But anyways, Carly has something else like that.
Thank you for that, Brent.
Gabe?
Who's the most quirky?
I think, quirky. Ha! To not do the same as Brent, I'm just
Okay.
Guys, disrespectful.
can't talk. Hold on.
Oh my god, that's so much worse.
Stop it.
I'm gonna say Meta.
What?
Meta work Tillahoon Fox. Why?
You missed one still.
Meta work.
Tillahoon Elizabeth Fox.
Elizabeth. I would say if you knew Mena overseas, I would just say when you get to know Mena as a sister, not just a friend or a leader, you'll get to know. You'll get to know quick. Next. Let's get it over with.
Going on the hot sauce number 9, Butterfly Bakeries. Claire George's is taking Taco Tuesdays to the next level. Carolina Reapers and ghost peppers combined with lime juice, cumin, and coriander to make this taco sauce a killer with slow... I'm mouth watering. With slow building but intense heat. Have your milk handy. Oh, we do.
Have your milk handy.
Thank you. We're at 638,000 Scovilles.
I feel like this is what
So we have multiplied the Scovilles 5
getting lip
times.
Botox.
Let's go. Let's go. Number 9.
All right, let's try it. 3.
Show it.
Hold on.
I don't know if I can do this.
Hot sauce number 9.
I went.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Enjoy.
Oh, I can't.
I can't handle this. Oh no! Oh
Beforehand, he was like, yeah, I like hot stuff.
no!
Like this.
The trick, don't take ice off your lips.
My grandpa's gonna be so disappointed.
Me abuelo.
I'm mad.
All right, how we feeling after hot sauce number 9, Gabe?
I do agree.
If it tells you anything, I still haven't touched the milk.
The bomb felt a little bit.
Is
Brent,
that-
you're just chugging along. Have you found a?
I'm good.
So you're just swallowing? I don't understand.
All right, Gabe and Mena.
Not too fast.
What's the craziest place you've gone to the bathroom in Africa?
Oh.
Wait, who is this for? Gabe and Meta?
Gabe and Mena.
In my Uganda, y'all was a trip.
Craziest.
I literally, you can't even talk about. I couldn't take the ice off my mouth. Gabe, you go first.
Well, in Africa, you kind of just, you go when you have to go, where you have to go.
You're not breathing.
Had to go to the bathroom so bad at the end. Go to the bathroom. A lot of times they just don't have toilet paper. So finish, look down. What am I gonna do? You either walk out a mess or you make a decision. So long story short, I walked out with one less sock. One less sock, yeah.
Oh my god, that's right.
You need to come on top.
The soft TP.
All
All right, Mena.
Yeah, so mine's not that crazy. In Uganda, it was just like a hole. But there was like maggots and gross things, and the covering is just literally like trash bags. And so that's probably the craziest place I've gone to the restroom. And you just squat the whole time.
The little squatty potty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Here we are, the last dab, and this is how the last dab's gonna work. We have a wing that's already been dabbed in the last dab, and then are we going to put? We're going to put one last dab.
My lips are numb. Are your lips numb?
Lips gone.
Here it is in all its glory. Hot Ones, the last dab. TBA Scoville units. It's that time you've climbed to the summit of Mount Scoville and there's only one thing left to do. Add an extra dab and live the tradition with the last dab. Our hottest dab ever. It's made with smoking Ed's Apollo pepper and fresh powdered and pure chili distillate forms. Let's just get this over with.
No, I'm not gonna let you do it. I don't trust you.
Why?
Let's see the dab.
Why? That's not our tradition. Do we need a last dab it?
Oh, that's enough, right?
That's a good time. That's a good
Make sure you bite from the side.
Yeah. I don't bite.
Guys, when I say dab,
Listen to that.
There's a dab.
Oh my god.
mine's gonna be half a dab.
Oh, that's too much.
I'm just gonna get the excess of Austin.
Oh, that's too much.
There we go.
All right, last dab. Here we go.
What would this one hurt?
This chocolate milk is doing nothing.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Here we are, the last dab, party people. And salute.
Hold that.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't taken a bite. I haven't taken a bite.
You know that's so bad.
Gosh dang it.
That is bad.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. All right, let's take it in. Let's just sit here. Let's sit in this place together. How are we doing?
Paper
Austin
towel.
started tripping on the mushroom sauce way back.
Where are paper towels?
Gabe, you don't seem that phased.
Gabe is stubborn if you don't know.
You know.
Brent, how we doing?
I'm okay.
All right, this last question is for everyone. Starting with Meta, what's one thing that you would change about the person to your left?
Give it to me.
I think for the past year, I've spent every single day with Austin.
And my wife. That sounded weird.
My tongue is numb.
I don't know. I don't know if there's much. You're pretty great.
You have to pick one thing.
One thing, he did. I lived with his now wife. Hold on. And we had a 12-month lease, but they got married after 9 months, so I was kicked out after 3 months. So maybe that. You know,
You would change how I was married.
just maybe meet her like 3 months later.
That's not a bad thing. My turn.
We don't have a lot.
Okay.
Oh, same question about Gabe. Gabe's consistently late. I would change that he's late all the time. I would like him to be on time.
Go with the flow, baby. Brent. Communication. Tell me what I need to know, please.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You gotta take
No, that's
the
totally.
last step.
All right. No,
Oh my gosh.
we're like families. I mean, it's these are things that are not surprises.
Now, Brent,
We
what's
probably
that
are.
to do to you? No, to Meta. Oh,
The
I was
Mena,
gonna say, me and you.
I don't know. Mena is amazing.
I have issues though, that's okay. I can't even
Quieter
breathe.
talking voice.
Well,
Quieter talking voice.
Mena,
Dave always tells me I need to shut up because it's so loud.
Mena is looking for the love of her life. When they come, she's.
you would change that she's single?
Yeah, I would change
Honestly,
it.
I would
She's single. I'm just messing.
I would so change I'm single.
No.
Like,
He's sweating.
right now, and crying. Can I dab the tears for you? I got you. There you go.
There's some hot sauce on there.
You can't breathe without it being hot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Hot Ones Challenge. We're gonna go blow up some bathrooms. Peace out.
Enjoy it again. See you not next time. We're never doing it again. Oh.
Ladies, I tried.
I might puke from all the milk.
It's not that bad. I know I'm not gonna throw
I
it.
might go full trick.
Great job, guys.
I might go stick the fingers on the
I don't know why we do this.